Everybody, the dogs heard me talking, so clearly they're gonna run in and like see what I'm doing. Sundays are my busy day. Sundays I have a lot of like different cleaning that I do, so I did that. I've been cleaning all day, and then I was like, I might as well just get it done because I really am super behind, and I know that like once my daughter's here, I'm not gonna do this shit. When my brother gets home, I gotta figure out his starter in his car went. So I have to figure out where we're getting that done. Because having like my sister's car and they both work like opposite schedules, oh boy, that's a fucking fiasco, dude. That is a fiasco and a half. Like there's a lot of stuff that like I can't really say, but I spoke to his old celly. That's what kind of opened the door to that. And that just kind of got messy, and he didn't like that very much. And I don't know. I feel like they're just digging themselves in such a hole that I don't know that they'll be able to come back from it, to be completely honest. You know what I mean? Like there gets to be a point of no return, right? And that's kind of where I feel they are. How do you expect to take me serious? Like, how am I supposed to take you seriously with that? Honestly. You know what I mean? Like, and it wouldn't be so, like, ironic if he wasn't making a video calling other people remedial. Well, see, and don't get me wrong. Like, I honestly, like, the last couple of months, anytime that my mom would text me, things didn't really make sense. So I became kind of came like a master at deciphering shit that didn't make sense. But that just annoyed me. You know what I mean? It was just like, come on, come on. But yeah, so it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, a cellmate, like somebody's old bunkie in prison, essentially. And the kid is like a cool kid, but I guess I don't know. I don't know. And I understand that like things no, don't feel stupid. I understand that like things can be misconstrued, but there's too many coincidences for me, you know? There's too many coincidences for me. So I kind of just had to answer that and keep it moving. I'm also working on another AI call. I got it. I got the script written out, but I really haven't had the time. Like I've really been super busy. Like life is just like super busy these days. You know what I mean? No, you're good. You're good. It's not that big a deal. He's kind of. Have you heard his music, Chrissy? So that's what I think I'm gonna do. Like Sundays are usually like I'm really so bad. Sundays I generally like get things done that like oof. I think he might be better than Izzy, actually. I think Izzy might be better than him, to be honest. And if for me to say that says a lot, you know? Because but I was thinking about that. I was thinking about like just taking a shower, finding a book. Maybe I'll order some mozzarella cheese fries with gravy because that's what I want to eat, you know? But it's been super quiet. And I only posted like, I don't even post videos really. I've just been busy like with real life. And I'm not even really on TikTok. Like I don't scroll, like I'll answer my DMs, but like I really don't, I really don't, I'm really not on here much anymore. I can blame Paisley for me. I go to her page every day to catch up on Hippie Holly, but that's about it. Like I really don't stick around. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna stay live long. My brother should be home any minute. Hi, how are you? We were talking about Berna. I don't know. Like I don't know who would tell him that he has a career in rapping. You know? Like, who would do that to him? Because they had to be joking. But I won't stay alive long anyway. Oh, really? I already, there is a live. Ugh, facts, Emma. There is a live that I want to watch tonight. I think Pino is going to be live tonight, and that should be fun. I should check my Instagram messages because I was talking to them about Burner's record. Yeah, 7:30. That I do want to stay because it's so funny to me. I think it's hilarious. Like, the fact that it used to be like it was contained, right? Like the whole Jessica Kent thing, it was like contained. Now it is everywhere, right? There is no avoiding people not knowing that she's a whole fraud, you know? So I'm so in between. Like, if the boyfriend knew, did he know that she was a whole fraud? Like, are they both just whole frauds together? Pino's life. Pino is I don't know his channel. But that's the live I want to watch because he drags the shit out of her. Drags the shit out of her, dude. Oh, it's a total different thing. Total different thing, Debbie. How is your husband doing now? Right, that's what I'm saying, Emma. I kind of feel like there's no coming back. Like, even the prison community is onto them. Pino is his channel is called Pino Stop Playing With Me. If you put in P and then N-O, it'll come up. But his lives, oh, here. His lives are, well, I'm glad that he's doing good. Yeah, Jessica Kent is a whole fraud. But he drags the shit out of them, and it is hilarious. There are very few lives that, like, I will, like, watch and, like, giggle to. He's one of them. He's one of them. Yeah, she's a whole fraud. Like, an actual fraud. Oh, do you guys live near each other? I don't know anything about it, honestly. And there are cases that, like, I try to keep up with, but I just don't have the time lately. Right, but I don't think that that's where he is because remember, I don't know if you saw it, but when Malik was first on Pino's live, he said there's a green light on him in Utah. So I think that would be really stupid to go there and, like, risk your children's safety. You know, like, I don't know. But then again, we're not talking about normal people, right? Oh yeah, she lives there. She lives in Salem. She did, but she moved. They moved away because her husband is about to be released from prison, and I think they're kind of afraid of that, you know, because her husband is everything that they think they are. And I think that they were afraid. And I don't know what a geographical change will do. I think that most people that are, like, addicts or alcoholics, like, a geographical change doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? You take you with you. You follow? Oh, that's cool that you guys live close. So she actually followed me. I was in Lucky Chucky's live. Exactly. Hi, Shell. I was in Lucky Chucky's live, and, like, we were kind of bantering back and forth about them, and she followed me, Berna's mom, from that live. Chrissy follows the cases. Hi, how are you? I meant to call you and I totally forgot. My bad. I meant to call you on Friday. Yeah, there's so much going on in so many different cases that I did want to follow. I know. I like her, right? Because I can kind of see a lot of things in her, but I can't imagine the way that, okay, I'll call you when I get out. Right. And that's what's scary, right? Like I wouldn't risk, but like again, you got to remember like you're 33 years old, like you're in your 30s, you're still talking about gang life, like come on. Thanks, Shell. Like come on. Come on. Aren't we like grown women most of the time? I don't think that it's cool any longer to want anything to do with that stuff, you know? Thank you, Shao. Crystal, I need to pick your brain about something actually. I'm just about there. I did write a bunch yesterday. Not yesterday. Maybe the day before. So I'll do it in DMs. I have my goal was 140 to 150 pages and I'm at 120. So I'm almost done. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. But I meant to I got to ask you about, because I don't know anything about Canva. So I did go through, I know you sent me a video and I went through like a bunch of the videos with that hashtag trying to like figure it out. I favored it a bunch, but I do want to like get to it, you know? Like I got to have some kind of idea, you know? And you seem to be like the only person that knows anything about it. It's always strange to me how like you have all these different people, right? And everybody has like different areas of like, oh, perfect. That'll be great. Thank you. That they're good in, right? But you never know who's good at what. I did see, oh, Chrissy, I'll send this to you. Spanish Dad sent me a link the other day. I was supposed to do some research and I did not, right? I did reshare her video. Her at is Anne, you're not going to be able to read it. It's ANNEIMAL Green with an E at the end, right? She was assaulted in a like a kind of bar fight type thing, and she did win. Like I did find the judgment on the case, but the guy that beat her, right? We'll just say brutally beat her. They were awarded $72 million. The guy that did it is Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter's fiance. So she was awarded date of verdict or judgment. She was awarded a judgment in 2021 for, I think it was 14. It's in the millions, and it hasn't been paid yet because of the connections, which is wild to me because a judgment is a judgment is a judgment, right? Gross verdict or award, $72,645,402. What? All four defendants are jointly and severally liable for the combined compensatory damages of each plaintiff's in the total of $38,065,000. This is wild. Right, exactly. But why isn't the woman being paid? Only because the guy that beat her is Arnold Schwarzenegger's soon-to-be son-in-law? That's madness. So he sent me her. Okay, so it says Anne Green, which is her legal name, right? Hi, T, how are you? Contributory or comparative negligence, non-economic damages. She was awarded $426,127. Non-economic damages, $20 million, okay? This is madness, right? I am. Thank you. I hope you're good. So why is she not getting that judgment? Jury voted 12-0, by the way. Okay. She said that the lawyer. Okay, so yeah, it gives me like a breakdown. Twins Alberto Driz and Maurice Driz, owners of 11 Blaze Pizza franchises. They're owners of pizza franchises, for fuck's sake. Celebrated their 60th birthday on April 16, 2015 by renting a private room at a Go with 35 party guests. From there, close friend and business partner David Corral invited them to his son Peter's restaurant bar, The Nice Guy on La Ciega. That's in LA, right? Upon leaving The Nice Guy, the defendants, Alberto Driz, Maurice's son Sean Driz, and William Jolson, Sean's close friend, began berating the restaurant's valet for not bringing their car directly to them. A TMZ photographer intervened and was attacked by all 4 defendants. Follow me? Plaintiffs, brother and sister Ann and Matthew Green, were on the Matthew Green is the owner of the restaurant. Okay, thank you. Were on the bar's patio when they heard a commotion outside. Ann, who was the woman that was assaulted, Ann looked over the fence to see all 4 defendants beating the photographer. She climbed the fence, followed by her brother, seeking to intervene. The defendants then attacked both plaintiffs, beating them past unconsciousness. Okay, the Driz defendants were later arrested and reached a plea bargain, resulting in 45 days in jail for each. William Jolson's identity was not discovered until after criminal statute of limitations had expired and he was not criminally prosecuted. Okay, so now they sue him, right? That the 4 defendants, plaintiffs' contentions, right? The 4 defendants battered Matthew Green without justification. Surveillance film captured portions of the beatings by one defendant that Alberto Driz and Maurice Driz battered Ann Green. Dude, she's got videos of the injuries. Madness, okay? According to eyewitness testimony of the bar manager, the testimony of a party guest who claimed Alberto Driz admitted hitting Ann Green during a conversation after the brawl. Although disputed, the bar manager testified that William Jolson and Sean Driz attacked him when he sought to stop Maurice's Driz's ongoing attack on Ann Green, the female. Okay? Further, William Jolson and Sean Driz were responsible for the attack on Ann Green as well as aided and abetting. So there was... She was screwed up. Like, her face was busted in. You know what I'm saying? And, like, what? So her brother, physical injuries, blunt force trauma to the abdomen, resulting in the eventual surgical removal of a 7 centimeter portion of the small intestine, broken vertebrae, mild traumatic brain injury, and PTSD. The female, this is a female being beaten by men, okay? Broken orbital bone, fractured skull, broken jaw, mild traumatic brain injury, and PTSD, okay? So why is she not getting the judgment? That just seems crazy to me. So, like, when I looked into it, one of them is Arnold Schwarzenegger's soon-to-be son-in-law, right? The lawyers are now going to depose her, right? Right, I don't understand. But, like, so Spanish Dad sent me the link to it. She's got, like, a 3-part series up on her page. So he sent me the link and he was like, what do you think about this? And then I scrolled through the videos and I was like, she has a GoFundMe up? Which is like, why does she need to have a GoFundMe up? This should be taken care of. But I guess because he was the governor of California, they're like protecting the guy. So like she said, not Johnny Cochran, who's the other one? OJ's attorney. God damn it. It's drawing a blank. But it's the previous governor. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger's son-in-law. I meant to text you today and I completely forgot. So like that's she was using hashtag don't say Schwarzenegger, right? But like I can't see there being that much corruption that this woman who was beaten is being like the men are being protected by him. You know what I'm saying? It just seems like unbelievable to me. But like that's crazy. So I sent him the link and I was like, so because I wanted to make sure that it was like accurate, you know what I mean? But and she's a beautiful girl.
Hi, I'm Ann Green, and this is part 1 of my multi-part series called Don't Say Schwarzenegger. I'll be talking about how I survived an attempted murder in 2015 and the ensuing aftermath of corruption and stalking and intimidation and everything that I experienced since.
So like, why is nobody helping her?
If you look for it,
That's crazy to me.
check this. Welcome to part 3.
No, I believe it, but it just seems like why does she have to get on fucking TikTok begging for help, trying to get a judgment that she was awarded? You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. I get that too, but like it's not even like it's his family, it's his daughters. And she said something about, hold on, I'm trying to find it. So she posted an article that says Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter lists her luxury LA townhouse, right? And the caption says, last Thursday, my attorney agreed it's finally time to dispose Christina Schwarzenegger in regards to her live-in boyfriend, Sean Driz. 4 days later, she puts their house on the market. Right, but it's technically not his, it's hers. So like what? It's just crazy to me. You know what I mean? That they would be able to attach. But here's the thing. Why can't they attach those liens to the properties that he owns? You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to think, right? But it's crazy. And there is comments, but like she's posted pictures of like her injuries and like they beat her. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just like they hit her. No, they beat this woman. That's what it seems like it would be simple. Hey, you, but maybe it's not simple because of who he's connected to. And even then, I feel like this is crazy. And there's no way that they're not getting like, what's the word? It's not bringing attention to it. So they're going to want to take care of it somehow. No? I forget who was OJ's, not right. Oh, not Johnny Cochran. The other one that's well known. What was his name? I'm drawing a blank. Is it that bad? I can't imagine like being that, like it's clear that she was beaten, right? And apparently she said like in her videos, she said when this lawyer got involved, I'm gonna find his name right now, that things started disappearing, evidence started disappearing, and all this other shit. Ben Shapiro. So like as soon as Ben Shapiro started getting involved, like evidence started missing. They have it all on footage. Like they have it, they have witnesses. So what is happening here? I feel like it's something about it. Right, Chrissy, exactly, right? So in Spanish, had texted it to me, right? I said, something doesn't make sense here, right? So, and he said, I sent him the video with the GoFundMe. And he was like, I saw that, but she said she'll provide any receipts. Just read the link you sent, matches what she said. I said, yeah. I said, I don't know, something seems weird, but I don't know much about it. If the court issued a judgment in her favor, why isn't she getting it? It also seems strange to me. Hold on, y'all. It also seems strange to me that the first video she posted, she was prepared with a ring light. But like, that's just me being picky. I said, I'm also super skeptical. So like he said, I'm skeptical too, but don't want to be biased. And I said, I could dig more after the court tomorrow, but I haven't gotten to it. I really haven't. But like, if both of us find something is weird here, right? I want to know why. You know what I'm saying? Because we generally, Spanish Dad and I are usually like on the, yeah, because somebody requested me. Is it still bad? Because that happens sometimes when people request and then I decline, it gets weird. I got to figure out what it is. There you go. It happens like when somebody like tries to like send me a request to like battle or something, it happens. Tammy, it's a girl that is on TikTok posting about being beaten by Arnold Schwarzenegger's future son-in-law. And like she was awarded a judgment, a super high judgment, and she hasn't gotten any money out of it, which is crazy. Is it better now? But I just, oh yeah, I go off on tangents sometimes. I don't know. I have no idea. But that's a serious amount of money, right? It says, hold on, let me go back. Hold on. I lost my place. I'm sorry. Special damages claimed past medical. Matthew Green, 310,000. Special, it doesn't say NA for Ann. Special damages claimed future medical. Matthew Green, 40,000. Ann Green, $186,712. Special damages claimed past lost earnings. Matthew Green, none. Ann Green, 239,415. Like, they were awarded a shit ton of fucking money, dude. Plaintiff's final demand before trial, $5 million. So they gave them an offer to settle for $5 million and they denied it and then wound up with what? 72 million? 72 million. That's wild. Right, that's what I'm saying. Why can't they get it paid? That's crazy to me. Something's got to be up there. The summary: Good Samaritans come to aid a photographer who is being assaulted by patrons leaving a restaurant and then they were attacked. So, right, something is off. I don't know what it is, and I was supposed to look, and I did not. So, but they were awarded $72,645,402. What is up there that they're not getting that money? Do you think that it could only be because of who her father is? And like, even then, would he protect? It's not even blood family. It's his daughter's fiance. But something is bothering me about it. I don't know what. I don't know what. And I was supposed to look into it, and I absolutely did not. So that's my bad. But yeah, it just seems crazy to me. Right. So it says total punitive damage award to Ann Green, 14,330,000. The jury awarded Ann Green 4,830,000 in punitive damages against Alberto Daniel Driz, 5,800,000 against Maurice Driz, 2,300,000 against Sean Driz, and 1.4 mil against William Jolson. Like, this is a crazy amount of money. Right, that's what I'm saying. He could be doing it for his daughter, but like, if your daughter's engaged to a man that could mercilessly beat a woman, do you really want her with him? Because I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So like, do you guys follow what I mean? Like, if that was the type of man that my daughter was involved with, I wouldn't do shit to protect him. At all. I wouldn't lift a damn finger. I would be like, fuck that dude. I would do the most to get her away from him. So like, it's just crazy to me. I don't know. I really don't follow. The only reason why I even came across this is because Spanish Dad came across it and sent it to me. Cause like, we talk about things that like, but like, for both of us to have a feeling like something's going on here, you know what I'm saying? But we usually are on like the same wavelength when it comes to stuff like that anyway. But so it's not like unheard of, but I just feel like I would be pissed. Oh, there we go. Somebody knows. That's what I love about like being in the same room as people, because somebody will know. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody will know something somewhere. But that just seems crazy to me. That like, I don't know. And it makes sense that like evidence started disappearing. So this woman kept, God bless her, because she had a TBI, right? And she kept impeccable records of everything, right? So there's nothing that could come back, because when she said evidence started going missing, thank God that I kept, and she has documents, and good for her. because I don't think that in the video, it says like at first the police were all for it. Hold on, I'll find it and play it for you. It was the second video. Oh, she posted part four
of Don't Say Schwarzenegger. Today, I kind of wanted to go through a little bit what happened after the hospital, after the assaults, after the hospital.
Can you hear it?
And hopefully I'll be able to start leading into the preliminary criminal trial that began about 8 months after the assault happened. But I did want to touch upon something that I forgot to mention when I was describing the entire melee assault, all that stuff in part two, I don't even know. But I want to say that the employees of the Nice Guy, the bartender, the doorman, the barback, I'm not exactly sure of their job titles. I just know, like, for example, one of the guys in the security footage that we see of them assaulting the men, there's no security footage of my assault that was made available to us. That's how I'll word it. But in the videos of the other people being assaulted, you can see like employees running out of the Nice Guy, and one had like a little white rag out of his back pocket, so I assumed he was either a bartender or a barback or something like that, but clearly an employee. The doorman, big guy, he ran out, all of them trying to de-escalate the situation as best they could. Like pulling, like trying to stay in between, pulling attackers off of people, never taking a swing or anything, and they were getting shoved and thrown around too. And I kudos to them for trying to de-escalate it in the best way they knew how. I remember when I got put into the ambulance, the very last memory before I lost consciousness again, was I was laying in the stretcher inside the ambulance. The two back doors were open. The paramedics were inside with me doing something, who knows. And as they went to go close the doors, all of a sudden a hand sticks through, and it was the doorman, big guy, don't know his name, but he stuck his arm through and was like, wait, and he's like, I just want to make sure you're okay, and just so you know, like, he was like all out of breath and everything, and he's like, just so you know, I just chased them down, and like, I took photos of all their license plates as they tried to speed away, so I got that, you're gonna be okay, and I just... It meant a lot. I remember like my skull was like falling apart, and I just remember being really grateful for that, and I still am. So thank you to that man, whoever he was. Some people do the right thing sometimes. And I also want to make clear that the employees, the ones working their shifts that night, the manager, the barback, the doorman, they were all incredible in the way they handled it. That has nothing to do with the owners of the Nice Guy, Peter Corral. That's going to be an entire part in itself once I get to start talking about where the money's been hidden, and like when I start touching about what a fraudulent transfer is and stuff like that. So
there it is.
That comes down a little bit towards civil.
This is the newest one. I haven't seen this one.
Oh, so as of now, you guys, I've touched upon, that there's Schwarzenegger's business partners are involved, that their daughter's boyfriend, possible fiance is involved. That's a whole other thing too, but I've had about 20 people reach out to me over the last 6 months and the last weekend saying, hey, I've heard that they're engaged or secretly married now. So that's interesting. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'll find out. But it's just interesting, all these people, we have Ray. I mean, first of all, Jack Nicholson's son, A-list movie star, Jack Nicholson's son, Ray, who looks just like him. He stars in Amazon Prime movies and stuff like that. Shows he was in the first 5 minutes of the movie Promising Young Woman, and it's almost like he's playing himself. You got to watch the first 5-10 minutes of Promising Young Woman, because Ray, you can tell which one he is. He's sitting at the bar with the antagonist, and he's just acting like this, like, yeah, man, go hit it, go take advantage of that girl. Like, man, did they even give him a script, or did he just like wing it and ad-lib it when he went in? Because I love that movie so much, and it really, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies watching that first 5 minutes, because I'm like, damn, am I the promising young woman? And is this, art imitating life, or life imitating art? Because gross. So it's just interesting. We have these big names involved, and I still haven't even gotten to the rest of the big names, but this is what I found out later that nobody told us. But it's interesting because one of the people that was helping us out with doctor's appointments and communicating with the LAPD and stuff like that, because we were all too injured to do so ourselves, I found an email And this is what this is what the person said in the email that we were talking about trying to coordinate stuff in the week right after the assault. It says, LAPD said that Harvey Levin doesn't want to publicize this because it's bad publicity for them. And also, it doesn't involve any celebs, so no one's going to care. So interesting, because they reached out to me and I never asked them first. They reached out to me, and on multiple occasions they had said they were going to do a story and that they were going to pump this into the atmosphere so that the public would know, so we could get justice. They said that they offered to do that, and I was like, that is so amazing. Wow, TMZ, everyone's going to see it. And then they didn't. And I remember I was like talking to Charles Latibito, the executive producer, and at one point he was like, I was like, so how come you guys aren't going to post it? You haven't posted it yet. And I'm trying to be nice and like, and he says, yeah, and this is 2016, I believe, at this point. And he's like, yeah, it's just that there's a lot of, we're so busy. There's so much Trump stuff. So we're too busy. And I took it because at this point, I've been through so much at this point. I needed to trust people. So I was like doing mental gymnastics in my mind to be like, that sounds fair. That's legit. Yeah. Clearly, they only have one writer over there and one computer, and they're all sharing a phone. So I get it. This is probably, that makes sense. Totally legit. So I fell for that one. And he told me this over time.
Now, remember, one of their photographers were the one being beaten when her and her brother went over, right?
I also want to get to, now we're kind of heading into the criminal trial that finally starts 6-7 months later. Oh, and by the way, I want to just a ballpark number. I believe in the last, it was about 7 years between the assault and then the final day of the verdict of the civil trial, which was years later. 7 years in there. And I want to say we probably had about 30 to 40 delays at the last second to delay hearings, delay everything, probably 30 or 40, all done by the other side, by the defense, that they would delay everything. And so when I put together that list of all of their BS excuses, you're not going to know if you're going to want to laugh, scream, or cry when you hear it, and the fact that the system
that's normal though. Attorneys do that.
One of the very first delays we had. I can't find it in any piece of paper, but I remember it in my head. I can find it later. One of the first delays, it was in August of 2015, summertime, and we were told that our hearing for everybody, all the victims, everybody, that it would have to be delayed because Sean Grizz was attending a wedding somewhere. And I think it was on location somewhere, not in LA. And so he had to go. And so they delayed it for him.
After he mercilessly beat this woman. Get out of here.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Now we're kind of heading into the preliminary criminal trial, December 15th, 2015. One of the things we thought was really interesting was that the arrest, when Shapiro brought the defendants down to the LAPD to turn themselves in, get fingerprints, mugshots, and get out, they were there for no more than an hour. For crushed skulls and crushed intestines, and we have video footage, we have witnesses, we have medical records, and they were in and out in less than an hour. Here's a checkbook, whatever.
That's also normal for high profile people that get into trouble. They process, book, and get out. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't make me think anything.
So I broke down, I have about a stack of transcripts, which is about maybe a foot or so high. It's 1,100 pages of the criminal trial. And so I've read it 4 times through, and every single time I read it once through, and then the second time I started breaking it down into notes. And so
I told you.
And I've done that for every single transcript, every deposition, everything. So I have a lot of notes, and that's how I remember a lot of this stuff. And a lot of the stuff I have, the bullet points of, I'll be like, oh, that's a contradiction, that's a lie, that's a perjury. So I write all those down, and I have it, in note form. But then I also have a lot of stuff where if it's an important quote that I want to repeat to you guys, I wrote it down verbatim and everything, the page number and the line number and all that stuff. So I'm just, I'm not just, just pulling stuff out of the air. This is where I got it from, and fact check me, go for it. But so when the trial's damn it, okay, it's 9:20. All right, I guess we're gonna do the criminal trial. We'll do that on part 5, which I'm gonna try to do today. I didn't post for the last like day and a half because I needed to be in a fetal position and just turn my brain off. So, thank you guys again so much.
So like I could see. Oh, I'll send it to you before I forget. I'll send you this one, but then you got to remember there's parts before, right? So you could backtrack, but it like some of that stuff makes sense. However, the woman was awarded a $72 million verdict. So like in what was it? When did I say? Was it 2021? Date of verdict and judgment, July 29th, 2021. Date the action was filed, December 8th, 2016. So like, I'm gonna do more research, but I'm gonna hop off. I hope that everybody has a good day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Can you throw my coffee?